Margaret Kuhlman, Soul Astrology. This is an exciting new moon in the very first degree of Leo, together with Mars, so a dynamic month promised. Leo is full and bright and radiant. It attracts people with its warmth and positivity, its optimism. And the beauty of Leo comes through in its relationships as warmth and friendliness to everyone. It's inclusive. Unless we are too caught up in our own egos and wants and desires, represented by that Mars, in which case the Leo energy and brightness and strength can be used to ride over people, to get one's own way. It's quite possible that with that square to Uranus, that we'll all have bouts of doing that very thing. So there needs to be a vigilance of our behaviour. And Mercury trines the Uranus, giving us a place inside where we can stand back from our own immediate reactions. That place is very close to the North Node, so it feels as though learning to stand back and regard ourselves, we will be in touch with what's right for the whole of humanity this month, in touch with natural human growth, discovering the best solutions. And quincunxing Chiron, those solutions are very much about the problems of the world at present. And on a personal level, it means that if we can stand back, we'll know how to deal with any of the problems in our own lives. Not by working it out, but by being in touch with who we really, really are, and letting it show with the Chiron trining that new moon. Leo wears its heart on its sleeve. We need to be open, honest. Not in a fixed way, I am like this is the sort of person I am, but rather, this is how I feel. This is what is important to me. This is what I would choose, but always being flexible for the next moment. Venus becomes important in this chart by being opposite Saturn, as though in our interest in things we become open to receiving more information, like approaching the wise one. It might be a bit scary going for the truth, when really what we prefer is comfort. But as long as we're not holding any one position, the truth will really help us to grow. Leo does have a tendency to hold its positions, being a fixed sign. So this is where we might find ourselves going into reactions and then standing back and making adjustments. Personally, I find that whenever I have been angry about anything, it's because I didn't know the whole truth of the situation, so I'm always wrong. I have a great delight in discovering where I'm wrong. The knack is to stand back from the reaction soon enough. By the time we get to the full moon, the Venus will be in Cancer and Mercury in Virgo, sextiling each other very beautifully, good communication, very sensitive, intuitive connections between people. And with the moon being in Aquarius, we really do get a good opportunity in the second half of this month to get an objective view of all that egoic reaction stuff. Sun and Moon are making a beautiful connection to Jupiter in Libra. It looks like the repairing of relationships, and perhaps a gentle manoeuvring onto the next stage of any development that's going on. And with Saturn retrograding and Jupiter going forwards, they're moving into a beautiful sextile also. So the wisdom we were aiming for in the first half of the month through the Venus seems to be applicable, usable in the second half to very good effect. Maybe the first half of the month will be unsticking awkward situations, which often requires hard knocks and truthful interactions, so that the second half of the month can integrate what has been revealed in the best possible way. As we approach the full moon, Jupiter will be exactly square to Pluto, so any growth and changes are likely to be permanent transformations of the situation we've been looking at. And in the full moon chart, you can see that Pluto connecting with Neptune both are quincunxing the Sun, the moon taking the midpoint between them and trining Jupiter. So it's as though all these changes are actually serving the true central needs of the time. It may have a lot to do with our personal identities, our self-image. What a wonderful thing to be at a moment where one's self-image can dissolve away, revealing a much truer image. Not until we can know ourselves to be pure spirit will all the images fall away. But as each one goes, the next one is bigger and allowing for more and more spirit to flow through. Let this month be about discovering where we are not who we thought we were, letting ourselves be different and bigger than we supposed, not being too sure that we may not be able to do something, but perhaps imagining that we might. And by the next new moon at the end of Leo, the total eclipse on the 21st of August, we will perhaps see what it is that we've been preparing ourselves for, taking command of ourselves, a position of mastery, always remembering that the master is the one who serves. Why is it so hard to love yourself? Do you hold the love at bay, preferring the shadows where you think your errors are not seen? Surely you know that love enters everywhere. You cannot hide. Look up. Relieve your eyes for a moment from studying the material world. Every day the sun shines love into your very cells, and your body grows. Be whole. Let go the shadows you have taken for self. You are greater than you ever allowed to show. Breathe in the love that surrounds you and fill your heart. It is not pride that shines in your eyes. Receiving the love for yourself, you will radiate, and your world will feel loved through you. Smile at your small image. Tenderly place it by your side and look at your life afresh. There is more that you have not yet seen. Anything you might want to try is possible for a loving spirit, and the world will be glad to meet you in love and friendship and fun.